I'm the scat man. Yo, do, do, do. Skimmy, dimmy, ding, yo, do, do, do. Yo, do, do, ba, 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 bee, ba, 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 do. Ba, 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 do. Wee, ba, 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 do. Happy Thursday, Juice Pumpers. Welcome to NHL Puck Props presented by Bet99. Josh Inglis, Carlo Colaiacovo guiding you through today's 10-game slate. And this slate might have the biggest one-sided match of the season that I still don't think is priced properly. Buffalo, we mentioned yesterday, is maybe the worst team in hockey with the worst lineup. And they have to go from Utah to altitude to face Colorado tonight, who's rested.
Not good.
No, not
and
good.
You know what? Buffalo screwed us with our tie round robin.
They just fell apart.
3 out of 4.
They went into that period 2-1, and they gave up the empty net goal with 27 seconds left to sink the under.
Yeah, I know.
Thanks a lot, Buffalo.
Crazy. Donkeys.
Thanks a lot. But it was a winning day. 5.8 units yesterday. We thread the needle on the tie, right? Did you see I didn't see it. The takeaway goal. 23 seconds left in the Philly game, and Philly scores, but it was offside.
I saw that, yeah.
You're like, what? No, and then obviously Edmonton wins in overtime. Jack Roslovic with his second back-to-back OT winner. We'll get to
some kind of hot, Roslovic?
And doesn't that just kind of get to the point where we mention the best ability is availability and opportunity trumps skill set in a lot of places. Like Jack Roslovic playing second line PP1 with Podkolzig and Draisaitl, I think should have a shorter point price than someone like Matvei Michkov, who skates on a line that is juggled. So a team that plays 3 lines basically in Philadelphia.
Is that all they do? They don't even play their 4th line?
No, they played the 3 lines, right? The Brink, Forrest, the Brinkett, and then they have the Michkov line, the Zegras line. It's pretty balanced over there in Philly.
Right. Good stuff. Well, we started. There is some breaking news out of Leafs land.
So very important today to look to see who's moving up, who's going up to power play. Right. So what do you got?
So Austin Matthews will miss a couple games. Not expected. Injury is not expected to be serious. So you'd have to think he's probably going to be out at least a week. They're saying lower body injury. Scott Lawton has been placed on IR retroactive to Saturday, which means he's probably going to be out till at least Saturday. And Stolarz is not available to play tonight. So they've recalled Artur Akhtamov from the Marlies.
Just when you think things can't get any worse for the Leafs, eh?
And to pull my Brian Windhorst, I think the LA Kings are an absolute lock tonight.
Yeah. The first bet I put in, and we'll get to the game right now, the first bet I put in was the Kings team total over 3.5 at plus 135.
Right. But they're only minus 125 on the money line.
Yeah. No. That's where you're like, okay, where am I betting this? The Leafs have hit the over in 12 straight games.
Right.
And you're like, but I don't know if they'll have the offense to push it. So I'm like, okay, I want to go on the Kings side. I looked at the money line and I said, I'll just take the team total over at that plus money price. There's nothing to like. There's nothing to like about the Leafs.
There's nothing to like about it. I'm just saying there's a lot to like about the value you're getting on LA right now. I did the LA game the other night against Montreal, and they're a damn good hockey team. And guess what else they are? The best road team in the league. They have 8 wins on the road this year. That's as many wins as the Leafs have in total.
And it doesn't apply to this game, but Jonathan Davis is bringing up a good point about ties are hitting. And I said yesterday, ties were hitting at 31%. Yeah. And some of the pricing for ties is implying 20%, 25%. So the tie world right now isn't a bad one to dig in. I mean, if that's your narrative, but Kings team total over 3.5. Interesting to see what happens with the skate and where bodies go, because there should be opportunities obviously on that top line where things get juggled. Who goes to PP1? If there will be PP1 markets for the guy who jumps up.
And if they're not available now, then they're usually available
Well,
sometime
last
later.
game when Matthews left, it was Tavares, Nyes, Nylander, Ekman-Larsson, and Domi on the top line.
Still like OEL, but he's priced.
And they according to Dreger, they didn't recall Easton Cowan. So be interesting to see how they play this out.
Yes. Also going
LA minus 125. It's
Andrei Kuzmenko power play point plus 405. Top power play.
I like
Great
it.
handicap, Josh. Top power play.
It.
No, I don't know. You're going to get maybe third string goalie. You're going to get maybe third string goalie. You lose your top defensive forward in Austin Matthews, which is a huge blow. Hildeby's given up 5 goals and 47 shots in his only start. The Kings, 17 of a possible 20 points on the road with 1 regulation loss. Absolute road wagon. And as I said, eyes are on the Leafs line at the morning skate. See how it goes. Toronto PK, 5 goals allowed. Last 3, 5 goals in 11 attempts. Kings, you can set your watch to it, I think, today. But we've been Leafs fans for a while. We know that in Leafs fashion, if they come out and win 5-4 today, and I say 5-4 so I can still win that over team total, Kings, right? I
mean, is this a trap game? Is this one of those games where
no,
you expect like bad things to happen for the Leafs and they just find a way to get a gutsy win and change the whole narrative about them in this market today?
It's hockey. We know that. It's hockey and anything can happen in a hockey game. I get that. Yeah. But personnel-wise, you just said you might be looking at a power play with Domi and maybe Michelli jump. Like it's ugly. Yeah. Or Robertson. I don't know. Someone's jumping up there.
How about Mikey Glove save? Corey Perry is an auto bet at plus money.
He's just been great on the power play. Kuzmenko, less than 8 minutes each of the last 2 games. Jonathan Davis, that's great.
He tends to get up for Leaf games, though, doesn't he?
I don't care. I keep him fresh for power play 1. That's it. Sit. Yeah. All right, AK, you're up. Let's go. That's all I need. That's what. Don't get crazy with the point on Kuzmenko because I think he's playing 4th line. But just like people were hammering Corey Perry, who was on 4th line, it's a good power play matchup, and it's in that price range. Let's keep things rolling. Anaheim, Detroit. Oh, Anaheim prices are coming down. They're plus 110 here. Over under sitting at 6.5, and we're going to go Finney for a power play point at plus 600. Ooh, that's a big price for power play 1. Auto bet. And then Kreider and Carlson for a point each at plus 145. Like Anaheim, but I don't like this price. Anaheim started their road trip at Colorado, which snapped that 7-game win streak. Detroit riding a 3-game losing streak and have scored 2 goals over those 3 games and have not scored 3 goals in regulation in 5 straight. The power play also 1 for 20, which is why Finney's jumping up there. Todd McLellan, this goes up to you. Todd McLellan skated his team hard on Tuesday. He said, "We don't get a lot of time during the season to practice the way we did on Tuesday." He pushed them hard. Does that always equal a good performance? Whatever, in like the first quarter of the season where, I don't know, maybe they got bag skate, maybe they got pushed hard and they had the extra day.
Well, that's the reaction that the coach is looking for.
Yeah. Does that work with today's athletes?
It does. It does because it gets your attention, right? And like, I understand through the grind of a season where you don't want to be too critical on the lows and you don't want to put too much emphasis on the bad, right? You kind of want to keep an even flow of emotions throughout the season because you're going to have your good days, you're going to have your bad days. But I think, he brings up a good point. When you don't practice a lot, sometimes you develop bad habits and you some bad tendencies creep into your game. And I think when you're not playing as hard as you should in a game, coach is going to say, okay, well, we're going to practice the way we play. And so we're going to have a hard practice so that it translates into a game. And I guess we'll see how that all works out. Normally, if I had to put a percentage on it, it normally has a high percentage that it does work out. But you're playing against an Anaheim team that, again, it's a John Gibson game. It's against a revenge game for him.
But he already had his revenge game.
In the Anaheim, he did, and they lost, right? So
Yeah.
maybe it's a revenge game at home where there's money on the board. But Anaheim, had a very uncharacteristic performance on their own against Colorado, where
That's just
as
Colorado, though, maybe, though, right?
it could be, but I'm saying like they're so used to being a wagon and scoring so many goals, they only had one on the score sheet. They might be a little angry themselves.
Yeah. AV say it looks like Detroit juggled the top line and power play. Yes, I think the whole top line now correlates. Lucas Raymond, I think DeBrincat's up to that top line. Yes, we'll get to the Pinto stuff, but Anaheim won back to that game. Anaheim won 5-2 in Anaheim on Halloween as a minus 120 home favorite. Detroit went 1-for-7 on the power play in that game. The top line killed Detroit. We had Carlson for a goal, 3 assists. Terry had 2 goals and assist, and Kreider had an assist. And that top line has been absolutely lights out. And to get them, I know there's been a big change in pricing for stacks, and you don't see me putting them out because, I mean, we used to get top lines like for plus 300. Now that doesn't exist. Kreider, Carlson, plus 145. I still think is a good spot there. Washington, Florida, minus 125. Over under at 5.5. Now, the only thing you'd want to back Washington here is if Logan Thompson starts. But Logan Thompson hasn't started 3 games in a row all year. So I don't want to pay a small, short price Washington plus 115 here if I'm getting Charlie Lindgren.
Yeah.
And that's all I worry about. I'll see where it goes. But
So
Logan Thompson,
I believe this is Florida's first game back from a Western road trip, is it not?
boom. Well done. Florida first game back from Anaheim, San Jose, Kings, Vegas, where they finished 2-2 straight up.
Right. So it has the feels of a jet lag type of game, quicksand type of game.
Yeah. So if you're looking into that narrative, maybe Washington first goal, which should be around even money or better, you would assume as the dog. Not a bad look.
If Logan Thompson is playing, maybe a sprinkle on the under.
Yes. It's 5.5. So I'm not a huge fan. I would rather wait for the Logan Thompson news and then run out and go get Washington at plus 115.
That's fair.
But
yeah.
I maybe plus 110, but anything after plus 110, I'm probably off Washington. Verhaeghe point minus 110, not a terrible look. Add Erod plus 220. Lundell, not a bad look at minus 125. If in fact we do get Charlie Lindgren start. So some eyes on some things to see. Another game to see some eyes. Dallas at Montreal. Your Habs are minus 115 home favorites versus Dallas. Doesn't that seem like an excessive correction on the pricing for Montreal?
It does, but Montreal's been really good at home this year, and they had a stinker in their last home game. So I think the books are looking at how are they really. I think they're still propping up this Montreal Canadiens team for being a good home team.
Dallas 4-1 in their last 5 games, and that one loss, they still scored 5 goals, and that 7-5 loss to Anaheim. Montreal 1-3 straight up in their last 4. Jakub Dobeš is in net, Yahoo, but he's been giving up some goals, but he's still undefeated in regulation. He's a guy who can steal a game, so I'm not running out to get that Dallas money line. And the thing that scares me, and I've mentioned it with Dallas, is bottom 5 team, an expected goal percentage of 5-on-5, but a top 10 team at all strengths. Why? Because their power play is insane. If you're looking to steal some money on the power play points, it's tough because the shortest guy is Rantanen at plus 130 to Heiskanen at plus 210. Now, my question is, if Dallas over 2.5 minus 150 or over 3.5 minus or plus 160, I was flirting with. But do you think we could see Demidov jump up to that line in the morning skate or maybe mid-game? Because right now he's minus 110 for a point. And if he's playing top line MPP1, that's a good price.
So I did read a quote from Marty St. Louis, who was asked that yesterday, and they basically said that experiment was just game related yesterday in the last game, where they were down by 3 goals and they were just trying something to create an offensive spark. It did get a lot of the fan base very excited to see that. I just don't know if Montreal and Marty St. Louis are fully committed to doing that just right now because everything's been good with them up until this point. Now, I have to present an opening topic, and that's clearly one that I'm focused on because when the lines do come out, if he is on that top line, I'm going to be very excited to watch that line play together because it's full of talent, full of skill, full of firepower. I mean, with Caulfield and Demidov setting each other up, I think it could be a very, very exciting top line. So I'm keeping an eye on it. I don't necessarily think Marty St. Louis panics and moves to it right now. He might give Slavkovsky a little bit more rope here. So we'll see.
Does Slavkovsky just go over and jump into the new hook Kapanen line?
I think so. I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. I think so. I mean, you can't move him further down.
No. Interesting. The things are exciting for Montreal. And they got the guy in the KHL who's lighting it up too. Who's that guy?
Oh, Michael Hage.
Is that who it is?
No, Hage is playing for Michigan. He's not in the AHL.
No. Who's their other guy who's played in the KHL who's lighting it up? Didn't he just beat whose record for most points?
They drafted him in the second round last year.
Come on, chat.
Hang on.
Who's over in the Continental Hockey League?
Yeah. Where is he? Zurovsky. Alexander Zurovsky.
That's the guy. I don't know. The boys are exciting. I know. All I know is CHL. It's exciting times to be a Habs fan. It's exciting times to be a San Jose fan, even a Chicago fan, Anaheim fan. Not so.
Did you read this chat by Hal? Buffalo hasn't beaten Carolina since I last played for the Sabres.
Oh, Lord. Buffalo's bad. Like, you want to talk about like a lock on the Kings. Zurovsky. Look at there. There we go. Zurovsky. There's our guy. Winner. Yeah. Ding, ding, ding. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
But Demidov, keep an eye for Demidov. Point. He's at minus 110 right now. I think it's a fair price right now. But if he jumps up to that other line, it's certainly a good one to steal. Boston at Ottawa, and this is a game I like. This is where the boost, today's Bet99 boost, will probably come from. We are going Boston money line plus 145.
Wow, you think Boston's going to win their 8th straight game on the road?
Now, here's the difference between hockey analysis and betting analysis. I don't think Boston's going to win this game, but I do think Boston will win this game at a higher rate than this is being priced at. If Boston is plus 120, I'm not playing Boston money line.
Right.
You know what I mean? Plus 145 for a team that's the most undervalued team in the betting space in all of hockey right now. 7-game win streak, plus 120, plus 180, plus 140, plus 140, plus 170, plus 120, plus 130. Ottawa, 1 regulation loss, last 10, but 5 of 6 have gone into overtime, and they've been favored in 5 of those 6 games. Is Ottawa going out and blowing people away? No. Are they playing tight games? Can I get a tight game here and get the dog at plus 145?
You're getting big money on the board in Ottawa with that new Shane Pinto contract extension that just was announced this morning.
Yeah, just like who got paid in Utah? Was it Cooley?
In Utah?
Yeah.
Logan Cooley. Yeah.
Yeah, and he hasn't done anything.
Yeah.
Pinto could be sitting there counting his bills, man. I don't know. I don't know if a new contract is a motivational bet. Do you? Like, in your pantheon of like game 1000, big one.
It's not a motivational bet for the individual, but I think for the team it is. When a guy goes up and is forced to put up thousands of dollars on the board for a team win, the guys want that for the team fund. Okay. Right?
Yep. Give me some of your money. The Pinto parlay. He's put in a few of those, I'm sure, in his time. Zing. Claude Giroux for an assist, plus 165, PP1. That number's gone.
That just registered with me now. As soon as you said sing, it registered with me.
Attaboy. So Boston,
Right.
if you bet Boston on the money line every game this year at $100, you're up almost $1,000. That's what I mean on the money line. That's how.
That's 10 units.
Yes. Allmark's been inconsistent this year. 870 save percentage in his last 6 games. He's 2-4 straight up, and he's allowed 3+ in 10 of his 14 games. Wait for Boston money line. I mean, I'm in at this 145, but you should wait. Korpisalo might drive this price up if he is confirmed. Might go up to plus 150, maybe 155. The price of Swayman hasn't played 3 in a row and could get Boston. Team total over 2.5, better than minus 125. So there's another wait and see. If Korpisalo is whatever, he gets a green light and he's starting, I know it has nothing to do with the Boston team total over, but because that changes the price of the money line, then that will change the price of the Boston team total over.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Because they're correlated. So we're right now, Boston team total over 2.5 is minus 125. I think if you can get minus 115 on that, that's a strong play.
Because you could win it in a loss, right? You don't have to get the result.
100%, yes. But I think that's up there with the Kings. That's up there with Colorado and how I'm going to do it. We move on. Edmonton, Columbus. And I think, this game, I do like points. I do like points in that game, but I do like points in this game even more. Edmonton, Columbus, we're going over 6.5 minus 115. We are going 2 rando assist guys on each side. We're going Adam Fantilli and Podkolzing for an assist.
Are those our second line players, though, no?
Well, Fantilli's a top line guy. Podkolzing, yeah, sure. He's playing with Draisaitl. Plus 800. I've been
both assists?
Both those guys just to get an assist.
Wow. That's unreal.
I've been playing these 1 assist on each side.
Especially if you expect this game to go over the total.
Yeah, I'm on the over.
Yeah.
I'm hoping this is Rangers Tampa Bay yesterday that was at one point had an 11.5 point total. Is it Greaves though? Are we 100% sure? Is that confirmed?
Let me check.
Because I know it's Calvin Pickard, but the Greaves plays is
it says expected. It's not.
He's
confirmed.
played back. So here you go. So I'm happy to do it in this sense. He hasn't played 3 games in a row all season.
Mm.
He's played back-to-back games for the first time all year following that last game. So this is a guy, they've tried to handle him with baby gloves, and a lot of teams are doing that, obviously, with their goalies. So we're kind of in uncharted territories. And let's be honest, Edmonton just saw him. So if you had to give an edge to a team or a goalie, if we look at familiarity in baseball, I always say it, if you see a pitcher twice in a week, the edge goes to the hitter because you see that pitcher again.
Mm-hmm.
In hockey, when you see a goalie, because these guys just saw each other 2 games ago with Jack Greaves in net in the overtime loss, where does the edge lie on that? With the Edmonton forwards or Jack Greaves seeing shooters?
Probably with the Edmonton forwards.
That's what I would, if I had to choose, yeah.
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 And Edmonton's coming off of a hard-fought game in Philly last night. Probably a little bit more relaxed today, knowing that, all right, we got our game, and Columbus doesn't really draw the attention of a hard game. And I don't know. I like the over in this one too.
Let's go. Edmonton overtime in 6 of the last 9. You're looking for an overtime game. Columbus, 2 straight overtime games.
Tie? We're going tie?
No.
Why? You're saying it could go to overtime?
Yeah, it could. Edmonton's playing overtime hockey because they're bad, and then they have the talent to come back and tie games.
Right.
Like shutting down McDavid with the extra attacker with 90 seconds is not easy to do.
Mm-hmm.
Fantilli assist we had earlier in the week, 245. Now it's down to plus 160. So you ride things until the brakes fall off.
They're correcting, eh?
Yeah, yeah, and they always do. Calvin Pickard, 5 goals, 3 goals, 4 goals, 5 goals, 4 goals allowed in his last 5 games. He is 4-1 to the over. And I think today's boost that we're going to put out at Bet99, Fantilli and Voronkov. That's line 1, PP1. And then Roslovic and Podkolzig, points each. That's plus 750. We're going to get the boost on that. I think that's the way to look at it. Podkolzig just playing with Roslovic and Draisaitl, I think, is worth the sniff. Now we get cute. San Jose, Calgary. You'd be like, let's take San Jose money line at plus 130 because Calgary stinks. You're not wrong. This is how we thread the needle. San Jose team total over 2.5 plus Calgary team total under 3.5 plus 185.
How is it? That's not the real line. Is that an alternate line? San Jose 2.5?
San Jose team total over 2.5.
That's the real line, not an alternate line?
Well, they're there. If you just scroll right down, you'll see team total. Keep going down. Boom. Yeah, they're minus 135 to score 3 goals today.
Okay, so you can go 3.5 plus 175 too.
Or go over 2.5 plus Calgary team total under 3.5 because Calgary can't score 3 goals. Not let alone 4.
Yeah.
Is it right? Scroll up. I can't see it, but scroll down a bit more. I can't see. No, the bet.
The bet. Plus 210.
Plus 210. It got better. I bet it and it moved the other way. Okay. I've got 185 there. 210 there is awesome. I like San Jose money line, and I'm happy to go there. San Jose, same vein as Boston, plus 947 on the money line in terms of betting them on the money line every game. Askarov, 4 straight wins, but might sit, but has played 3 games in a row this year. Tough to sit him because he's been elite. I think San Jose 4-game winning streak. They've allowed 1 goal in all 4. The last time San Jose, try to guess the last time San Jose won 5 games in a row. What year was it?
Had to have been when I was playing. 2012?
2012. Wow, you shitting on San Jose. 2019, which still is 7 years, 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Did you know someone who's 18 years old now? Was born in 2007?
Jeez.
Old, bruh. We're old.
It is.
I don't know. Do you have would you at all go out and bet Calgary on the money line at minus 155 in this game?
No, never. Never. I was looking at that. I'm like, why is it that high? What do they know that we don't know?
I just don't think the pricing is correct for San Jose. San Jose's metrics are bad, but Calgary's metrics are just as bad.
Crazy.
Yeah. Let's thread another needle, shall we?
Sure.
Buffalo, Colorado. I think Colorado's minus 330, and I know no one's going to go out there and bet, but I do think that's still not short enough. Colorado minus 2.5 is plus 125. So how are we threading this needle? Let's get the Bowen Byram assist out there first. Plus 195, former team. Think I spelled it right. Never know if it's an A or an E.
Where?
Bowen's.
Oh, Bowen.
I think it's an A.
Byram?
Let's see. Go to assist. I probably spelled it. Yeah, I spelled it right. Way to go, Josh. It does look weird. Anyway, he's top power play. Big minutes last night. Had the assist. And we're going back to it. Do I think Buffalo scores more than 2 goals? Probably not. Colorado team total over 3.5. Buffalo team total under 2.5. Plus 150.
Yeah.
Throw those in.
Well, is it a Wedgwood start? Are we confirmed that it's a Wedgwood start?
I believe so. But none of the goaltending matters to me in Colorado. McKinnon over 1.5 points is minus 125. And
who would be the backup in Colorado?
150.
Blackwood's not available yet, is he?
No, but I do believe. I think it's confirmed. I think it's So let's talk out quickly pricing big favorites here. And Buffalo is a disaster. Zucker, Darling, Benson, Kulik, Norris, all out. Back-to-back Utah going to altitude today, probably the toughest 2-game stretch you can have in hockey. Absolutely collapsed. They're up 2-1 in the third period. They gave up 4 straight goals to Utah, who was struggling too. If you play this game 10 times, how many times do you think Colorado wins?
Well, they're 8-2 in their last 10 against them, so I'm going to say at least 8.
All right, at least 8. So 8 out of 10 times is minus 400. That's the real pricing for that at 80% probable, minus 400.
Right.
If you move that just to 85, right? If they win 8.5 or 85 times out of 100, which isn't crazy, that's minus 567. If you think they win 9 out of 10 games, it's substantial. And I don't think minus 330s. I think it gets shorter. I think this is the most lopsided game we've seen all year.
Right.
Val Nichushkin is out, which hurts, but Lehkonen moves up to PP1. We'll see who takes his spot on line 2. But we're going Byram assist, Colorado team total over Buffalo. Now, running along here, we got 2 more games, but 1 more bet. Can you just explain to what the altitude thing is, like to your body and going there and then coming back, especially in a back-to-back game, which makes no sense.
Yeah, I mean the difficulty is just the oxygen intake, right? Your body feels out of whack. You're breathing heavier because it's not the normal air that you're used to breathing, and sometimes it takes you a little while to get used to it, right? So that's the difficulty when everybody says altitude is you have to allow your body to get used to breathing a different air so that you can play a competitive sport. So
you see Jonathan Davis says teams going into Colorado with no rest are 4-21 straight up in the last 25. I know, but let's be honest. That's like saying that dumb meme.
5-20 on the puck line.
So that's the better number because at least they're covering, and Colorado's probably the favorite in that game every time.
Right.
But 4-21 straight up doesn't say much because Colorado's a good team. But 5-20 on the puck line is legit. I think that's a tough spot. And I think the minus 1.5 is the minus 1.5 is minus 125. But we're threading the needle. Colorado team total over 3.5. Buffalo team total under 2.5, plus 150. Looking back on that Calgary one, that one's crazy, especially when you get Calgary at 3.5. We'll see how those go. They could be gone by next week. Winnipeg, Seattle, guess what? Don't have anything there. Islanders, Vegas. I'm going Horvat and Palmieri for a point each at plus 140. Bo Horvat's absolutely on fire. Points in 6 straight, 11 of his 13 with 18 points. Vegas, still no Aiden Hill. Do you know Vegas 30th in point percentage since Aiden Hill's gone out?
Wow. It's not good. Well, I saw today that they were outside the playoff picture, so
they're 2-6 straight up with Aiden Hill on the shelf.
Yikes.
I thought they were the best team in hockey. Turns out they're not.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I got. I'm out.
That's it, eh? Only 100 plays?
That's just another 100 picks.
All right. Well, hey, profitable night last night. Let's keep the profits going.
Yes. And then Friday, I think, and then we got the global series.
Oh, afternoon hockey. Nice.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. Love it.
It's too bad it's Nashville.
Yeah. Unders?
I don't know. Matthew Wood's a guy. There was a thing saying, what do you do in Nashville to blow it up? People are like, you got to keep UC Saros. You got to keep Philip Forsberg. No, you keep everybody, but Matthew Wood, you send everybody away except Matthew Wood and just rebuild if you can. That team's the worst.
We shall see.
How do we keep getting Ducks at plus money? No idea. One of the best teams in hockey. In the books. I appreciate it. Hit that like button if you haven't already. On the way out, comment, Subscribe if you haven't done that. Get those numbers up. YouTube's dinging us, and we got to figure out what's up with that. But you guys are beauties in the chat. I appreciate you. Let's have a day. Keep an eye on the prize. Keep an eye on the lines today because there could be some movers, and that's when you get that real value. I'll be tweeting anything out I see, but I appreciate it. Josh Inglis, Carlo Colaiacovo, NHL Puck Props presented by Bet99. Back again tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Lead us out, pal.
Ciao. Stay high.
Yo,